If you're tired of your bank ripping you off, click the link below to learn about our sponsor, Current, which is an awesome alternative to dealing with big banks. I'll tell you more about them at the end of the video. So let me get to sort of a tour of reactions to Donald Trump's claim that he's taking hydroxychloroquine prophylactically. Again, I don't know that we believe it. Trump shouldn't be taking it, but he also may be lying by talking about it. He has already created a shortage for people who actually need this medication for approved uses like lupus and malaria. It's unproven as a coronavirus prophylactic. And Trump doesn't have any of the conditions that this drug is actually approved to treat, but he claims to be taking it. So last night, Nancy Pelosi, Democratic Speaker of the House, says, listen, this drug has adverse reactions under the sort of cardiac umbrella, and Trump's morbidly obese, so he shouldn't be taking it. Take a look at this.
As far as the president is concerned, he's our president, and I would rather he not be taking something that has not been approved by the scientists, especially in his age group and in his, shall we say, weight group, what is morbidly obese, they say. So I think it's not a good idea.
So this immediately triggered a whole span of reactions. Some people gleefully going all the way up to bordering on fat shaming Trump. Other people reacted furious that Nancy Pelosi would be making such baseless claims about Trump's morbid obesity. So let's go through this item by item. Hydroxychloroquine has a number of adverse effects. It includes cardiac arrhythmias, hypoglycemia, and a number of neuropsychiatric effects. If you have a cardiovascular deficiency, which Donald Trump does, he is overweight. We'll talk about obesity in a moment. This is a drug you should probably avoid unless totally necessary. It's clearly not necessary for Donald Trump to take this if he is indeed taking it. Now, it also causes a bunch of neuropsychiatric symptoms. It includes agitation, insomnia, confusion, mania, hallucinations, paranoia, depression, catatonia, psychosis, suicidal ideation. What's interesting about that is Trump already exhibits a whole bunch of those. So we may not even be able to tell the difference. Trump is regularly agitated. He claims to sleep only a few hours a night. He's regularly confused. His Twitter use is completely manic. He's completely paranoid. You get the idea. So now we get to the question, is Pelosi right that Trump is morbidly obese? Trump claims to be 6'3" tall and weigh 239 pounds. That would put you at a BMI of 29.9. The line for obesity is 30. Now, I know BMI is very flawed, but for most people, Trump is not a bodybuilder, for example, where BMI doesn't work. It's a pretty good rule of thumb. So the suspicion is Trump claims to be 6'3", 239, because that puts him literally 1 pound from being obese. And we know Trump is not 6'3" tall. You can look at Trump in pictures with other people whose heights we know. For example, Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, is 6'2". Trump is clearly shorter than Trudeau in pictures, and we've got a bunch of examples. So if Trump is 6'1" and 239, he's obese. Trump is more likely 6'1" and 260. He is higher in obesity. However, he is not morbidly obese. Usually we use some combination of you're 100 pounds overweight, you have a BMI above 40, or a BMI above 35 with obesity-related conditions like diabetes or blood pressure. Trump, even at 6'1", 260, has a BMI of 34.3. So listen, guys, Nancy Pelosi was wrong. Donald Trump is not morbidly obese by any reasonable definition. He is certainly obese, and he should not be taking prophylactic hydroxychloroquine. So that gets us once again back to the question of, is Trump really taking it? What doctor would prescribe for an older obese guy with a heart problem something that is ineffective in preventing coronavirus and increases the rate of cardiac arrhythmia? Final takeaway is we don't know whether Trump is on this, and we may never know. But fortunately, at least one Fox News host is sounding the alarm about what Donald Trump claims to be doing. It's no secret on the show that I am very critical of the big banks and how they screw over customers in so many ways. And if you're like me, you're probably sick of the fees and the hassles that come with a checking account at a big traditional bank by now. In that case, check out the online bank Current. They're one of our sponsors. If you're watching on YouTube, this here is my actual debit card for my Current checking account, which I'm holding up. With Current, you've got no minimum balance, no overdraft fees up to $100, no ATM fees. You can use over 55,000 ATMs nationwide. Unlike with other banks, you receive your direct deposit instantly, meaning you'll get paid by your employer up to 2 days sooner. You can deposit checks instantly using your camera phone, 24/7 member support, and unlike with other banks, Current instantly refunds that hold on your card when you pump gas. You can pause your debit card instantly, which is really useful. There are just so many different advantages to ditching the big banks and instead use a bank that puts their members first. It takes 2 minutes to sign up. They'll immediately ship you your debit card for free. Go ahead and get started by clicking the link down below the video.